I'm going to music special, and can't you tell that I feel swell? I'm gonna clap along and sing my favorite song in order to listen music special. Hi everybody, welcome back to music class. This is lesson number 17. Today we'll play Guess What Instrument again. We will learn about the xylophone. We will discuss the time signature 2/4. And we'll also write a very, very short song together. So let's get started.
That's right, that's right, that's right instrument, that's right, that's right, that's right instrument is making me sound.
Welcome back to Guess What Instrument. First on your screen is a shawm, a viola, and a baritone horn. Listen. That was a shawm. Okay, next you see a string bass, an alp horn, and a bass drum. Listen. That was an alp horn. Next, you see a mandolin, cymbals, and a harp. Listen. That was a harp. Thank you for listening and for playing.
Musical chat.
Okay, let's talk about time signature again. This time, we're going to talk about 2/4 time. So I'll erase the top 4 that we had from last time. And I'll put a 2 there instead. So the 2 means that there are 2 beats per measure. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And the 4 means the same thing that it meant last time, which is that the quarter note receives 1 beat. That's the same in both 4/4 and 2/4 time. The only real difference here is that 2/4 time has 2 beats per measure. All of the other things that you see will be basically the same. Another small difference is that a whole rest, you remember those hang down from the 4th line, and in 4/4 time they receive 4 beats, but in 2/4 time they get a whole measure of rest, which means just 2 beats. Okay, let's just clap a little bit together. This time I'll draw the notes that we're going to clap instead of putting them up using those sticky notes. We're in 2/4 time. Two quarter notes. Now I put a line here because it's another measure. This is a measure line. And then I think here I'll put a rest. And then a quarter note. And that'll do. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Let's try one different one. Here I'm going to start with a rest. Quarter rest. Then I'm going to put a quarter note right there. Following that, a half note. Let's count it and clap it. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, ah. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Okay, let's try to write a very short song together. Not even a song, really, just a quick musical idea. I'm going to start on middle C. That's the key that I'm starting on here. And let's just see if we can come up with something that sounds okay. C, D, E, F, G. I just went up the keyboard. Now that sounds all right. So that's C, D, F, G, D, F. So I'm going to need 2 measures in 4/4 time, because I've counted that out in my head as 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That might not be the best way to count it, but I think it'll work. It starts on C. So we'll draw C in here on the line. Then D. And then it jumped up to F. And then to G. So that's the first measure of music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what is left is 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was D as a quarter note. And it ended on F. But the F has to last for 3 beats, so I'm going to draw a half note, and if you remember, I can put a dot next to it so that it gets half of itself added to it again. So 2 plus half of 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. So here's our little song for today. Let's play it. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just played it twice.
What instrument is that? What instrument is that? How does it sound? Where is it found? But first of all, you must tell me now. What instrument is that?
Alright, the xylophone. The xylophone is an ancient instrument with a row of tuned wooden bars arranged horizontally like a keyboard. Hard or soft mallets may be used to strike the bars and make sound. Some versions of the instrument have resonator tubes beneath the bars. The xylophone is in the key of C and is played in jazz bands, orchestras, ethnic music, and popular music. Okay, let's discuss the meaning of this card for just a moment. We learned that the xylophone is an ancient instrument. That just means that it's very old. And we learned what it looks like. It has a row of tuned wooden bars. It looks kind of like a piano keyboard, except instead of keys, there are bars made of wood. Those bars are hit with mallets. Hard or soft mallets. We're talking about the little ball on the end of the mallet. It can be either hard or soft. And that, of course, those will make different sounds. Some versions of the instrument have resonator tubes beneath those bars. Those will be big metal tubes underneath where the bars are hit, and those tubes will vibrate and increase the sound, amplify the sound. We also learned that the xylophone is played in jazz bands, orchestras, ethnic music, and popular music. It's a very versatile instrument. It can be used in many different genres and in many different musical situations. So let's watch one of those musical situations right now. Well, thank you for coming again and for participating, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Well, I'm going to music special, and can't you tell that I feel swell? I'm gonna clap along and sing